Welcome back to Pokemon Shiny Watch. So we have Swerdy here outside Wild Zone 5. He just did about 25 different resets. He's going to go into Wild Zone 5 first to see if he can sweep the area. Try to find some lingering shinies in the area. You notice how he's avoiding eye contact to Zone 16. There's an intentionality behind that. I think he wants to try to get to the roof to see a better vantage point down on top of the shinies he's actually hunting for. So you see he's going to take the underground route to try to go sneak up on potentially a shiny Venipede or a Whirlipede. I know there is dawn approaching in the near future, but I think that he's going to be able to make the circuit before the sun comes up. You notice that the Whirlipede is no longer shiny. It is debated whether it is in fact within the 60 meters needed for the shiny reset spawn. No Venipede shiny so far. It looks like the Electrike above that far Venipede is not a shiny either, which is one that I know Swerdy's been hunting for quite extensively. And yes, we can peek over and confirm that it is still green and yellow, not the blue and yellow that we need for a shiny. We do look at that Pidgeottos and the Abra, both their original coloration as well as the two Electrics on top. Well, he's going to finish his circuit so we can get a good vantage point down for Zone 16. We can see a little bit, but no shiny so far. Let's finish this circuit and peek over the edge and see what we can find. Seems like a really slow day in Zone 4 or Zone 5. Looks like Ampharos and Flaffy. No shininess seen so far. But let's take a closer look. The one in the distance there, Froakie on top of the tower. Is that a shiny Froakie? I do believe that could be a shiny, folks. We did the circuit. We might have found the shiny Froakie. This is monumentous. We see some excitement coming from the announcers. We are going to do a wild save. We're going to do a wild save. And remember, we got to sneak up slowly but surely. There are some phalanx beside. That is indeed a shiny Froakie on top. We are going to go as slow as we can, folks. It is running. It is running. And it has disappeared. And that is why we save, ladies and gentlemen. That is why we save. We're going to do a quick reset. And we're going to try to get this Froakie once and for all. Okay. We'll see if that save took place. This is a momentous occasion. What a time! What a time to be alive as we boot the game back up. Take some time. There is some excitement from the crowd behind me as we enter the game one more time. Okay, we're going to quickly crouch just to not scare the shiny Froakie. It is debated whether or not we get rid of these Phalanx or Barbaracle to the left or right. We just want to make sure that we can sneak up without that Froakie running away. Okay, we're going into the bush where it can't see me. Let's see if we can find a lock on. It looks like Barbaracle. Barbaracle again! Again, causing a disturbance. That is number 2 large failure. We're going to have to reset again to get this Froakie in our midst. You know, a couple days ago, we saw Trainer Swerdy grinding hard to get that Greninjite in the ranked battle, the ranked AZ battles. ZA battles, it's always confusing. I know there's some excitement on the pitch here. I'm getting all my alphabet mixed up. Okay, third time's a charm as we see shiny Froakie in the distance on top of that obelisk. We hope that Barbaracle won't be able to see, and it is outstanding. Its eyesight as it sees us from far. We are going to retreat. We see Trainer Swerdy going back towards 16 gate. See if we can get rid of this Barbaracle before it scares off shiny Froakie. This is a battle for the ages, folks. This is taking a lot longer than normal to get rid of this guy. And we're going to go see if we can just take care of this Barbaracle firsthand by catching it instead of battling it. Looks like we got a level 100 Benjamin, a shiny Trubbish that Swerdy's been using for quite some time. It's a cute little guy. We're going to see if he can put the stop to Barbaracle. Looks like the refresh from night to day might be helpful, as we know that it's going to maintain shiny Froakie, but gets rid of that pesky Barbaracle. Now it looks like we still have a Phalanx in the midst here. We're going to see if we can slowly poison and toxic this guy out of there. We just want to get rid of any obstacles in the way if we're going to have a chance to get this shiny Froakie. I know that it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort sometimes to catch these shinies, especially if they're so apt to run away. I think Swerdy's going to have to opt to get some heavier firepower in the sense of a starter Pokemon Froakie. that he's had since the beginning of his journey. I think he's going to have to clear out some of these Pokemon that are causing him some pain, hopefully to clear the way for shiny Froakie. Okay, he's going up on a smaller approach. I think it's going to have to be a single ball thrown from afar. Let's see if we can get close enough to lock on, and it looks like Medicham this time is the one. Oh, and Froakie, he's throwing wild, and none so far. We're going to have to reset again, ladies and gentlemen. Fourth time's a charm, apparently. There's just too many obstacles in and around Zone 16 to make a safe catch practical. Now, we are resetting back into nighttime. We're going to start doing some rolls into the bushes here, see if we can get a better vantage point before those guys can see it. We can hear the shiny jingle, and I think without knowing, Froakie has slipped away again. But we're going to keep going. We can't fail this one. We've been hunting Froakie. Trainer Swerdy's been hunting Froakie for several days now, and it looks like those long days are finally paying off. Okay, what are we going to do? A couple of rolls, it looks like. Oh, and that Froakie is just, his eyesight is just too good. We might have to switch up the strategy. We're going to reset one more time and see what we can do. We might have to make a back entrance from the southern half of Zone 16. Seems like that might give us a better vantage point. If it weren't for the other Pokemon in the area causing a big distraction, we might have caught this Froakie by now. But this is the struggle, you know, with all trainers who are trying to catch a shiny Pokemon that can flee. It may take several hard attempts, and that's why we urge all trainers in the area to please promptly save before attempting to catch any of these wild guys. And he's just so fast, didn't even have time to react. We're going to have to reset again. I appreciate everybody's patience with this. This game has been dragging on a little bit too long. It's supposed to be a less than a 1-minute video. It's turning out to be quite longer than that. I think we're just going to have to try it. Let's make sure the right Pokeball is equipped. We see Trainer Swerdy going for his Premier Ball. Oh, and the lock-on disappears. Thought that he could maybe get it on the fly. But Froakie is just too darned fast and disappears too darned quickly. We see here Swerdy opting to put Fralgator in the party once more. Going to do a quick save unexpectedly, as we might be able to sneak past Barbaricle's defenses. We got a ball thrown and none of them are hitting. None of them are hitting. You saw 2-3 balls being thrown after the lock on to no avail. Seemed to be just going right through that Froakie as it deftly dodges 2 Premier Balls. Those would have been a likely capture, but for whatever reason just were not connecting. I think we might have to take out these Barbaricles. We're going to do a little bit of cleanup, it looks like, from Trainer Swerdy, as he's going to go around to stop the Barbaricle threat, which has just caused so much division. Oh, and Froakie, seeing the cleanup, has already fleed. What about that? Well, let's see if Trainer Swerdy is going to pull this off. He is going to keep resetting until he finally catches the Froakie. This is a 10-minute video, folks, of doing everything we can to keep shiny Froakie in our sights. We might have to do something a little spicy here. One Phalanx on the side. Looks like Trainer Swerdy is going to get rid of him. Froakie kind of eyeballing us from afar. We see Swerdy put back Fralgator out of his pocket. He's going to do a deft sneak behind this tree, waiting for Froakie to turn his gaze the other direction. It looks like Dawn is going to... Oh my goodness, and Froakie, he is just too darn fast. Slipped away once again. Might just have to be a rush towards center plate, as that obelisk is a high vantage point for Froakie. He can see a lot of threats before they're even in his vicinity, and you see how apt he is to running away at the first chance that he gets. We're going to have to see a major shift up here as Swerdy goes back towards the back entrance of 16, maybe to do just that, dodging phalanx along the way. I think he's going to go for it. Oh, he goes up, bum rushes him from the back with a Premier Ball. Oh, and he doesn't catch it, doesn't catch, he throws it again. Oh, this Froakie is giving a run for Swerdy's money, as an 80% catch with the Premier Ball went wrong. As many would say that trainer Swerdy's payoff was very well done, rushing to the obelisk and throwing a Premier Ball, but it did not stick. We're going to have to see. I think the important part here is making sure that the right Pokeball is ready to be thrown at any time. He could opt for a Love Ball, and I see a shift up from a Premier Ball to a Luxury Ball. Maybe that shiny Mega Froakie into Greninja seems to be better apt for a Luxury Ball. And there you have it. You see Swerdy catching Froakie once and for all. You see him quickly get out of Zone 16 and go and look at the beautiful shiny Froakie that is in his inventory. We're going to take a look, ladies and gentlemen, as you see a beautiful shiny Froakie that will be evolved into Greninja soon enough, and with the Greninjite will make a very fine helicopter frog. Now you've got it here, folks. Swerdy has done the impossible as it turns to Daybreak with some deft running at the obelisk, throwing a Luxury Ball at the last second right before Daybreak. Shiny Froakie is in the bag. And that's Swerdy with sports today, as we've caught shiny Froakie. We are aptly going to save, and that is all we have tonight.